I wasn't sure if I was going to fork over the high price of $49.99 for a game I had already played, and I usually wouldn't unless it was a really cool remake like Silent Hill 2, or if it was a high quality, much needed remaster like the Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remasters that came out recently. But in the case of Red Dead 1, it's just a PC port. But if it is just a PC port, then why did I buy it? And what did I feel about it after I played? Let's chat about that. I am Lilia, and you're watching the Low Mana channel. This is a place on the interwebs where I make videos about classic games. This channel is a place for nostalgic style reviews, unique challenge runs in your favorite video games, and discussion videos, all themed around classic old games that you love. Oh, and a lot of Elder Scrolls. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with me today. Red Dead Redemption came out in 2010, and it is now 14 years old today.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
It should be noted that this version is literally the same game that came out in 2010, but the graphics and the overall feel of the game have been updated, kind of. It runs better and it looks better, but it is not a remaster of the first game. It is instead just a really high-quality port, and it might be the best port I've ever played, actually. That being said, do I think it's worth 1 penny less than $50? No. Probably not, honestly. There are way too many remasters and remakes coming out these days to justify everyone spending that amount of money on every game, right? But I don't regret it, and while I wouldn't actually recommend that you spend the big bucks on this port, I am strangely glad that I did. And here's what I thought after playing it. Sir? I'm sorry, but I need your horse. Come back, horse! I was just kidding! Horse! Damn. First of all, being a PC gamer at heart, I was most curious about the controls with the keyboard and mouse because the game is originally made for console. And most ports that come out for PC usually do the keyboard and mouse controls wrong, or they half-ass it or something. Usually it's just cool that it's there, but it sucks, so I usually end up just going back to using the controller anyways. However, I'm happy to report that in this port, that is not the case. I actually felt immediately comfy with the controls. Everything was intuitive, easy to use. Not only that though, it felt like it was easier to control John in some ways in this port version versus the original version. And I think that has to do with the overall performance of the game just being enhanced as well. So it's just a smoother gameplay experience overall, but the keyboard and mouse really does help you get more of a tight control over John versus using a controller and on the console version. Overall, it just feels smoother, faster, and dare I say, modern? The only minor thing that I noticed with the key bindings was that my left pinky finger got a bit tired, pressing the left shift a lot to make my horse sprint. I noticed this especially during horse races, so it wasn't a huge problem because I'm not always running really fast on my horse. So it wasn't a huge issue, and I probably could rebind it, but instead I choose to beef up my left pinky finger because it is my least used finger and it probably needs a workout. Watch out, horse! No, horse, watch out! No! 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 That being said, of course, if you want to use a controller on this PC port version of the game, you can still do that by all means. The other most notable thing for me was how the game looks and performs versus the original version. The PC version supports native 4K resolution and can run up to 144 Hz if you have the hardware for it. But you do not need any of that to enjoy a very updated experience. I played the game in a boring 1080p on a pretty decent gaming computer, and I still noticed sharper textures, much smoother animations. I noticed just a gorgeous detailed environment and stunning vistas to boot. Now, while all these things exist in the original older console versions of the game, they are much more noticeable in this version and they are enhanced in pretty much every way. It made it feel like I was playing a more modern game, and in no way did it feel like this game came out in 2010. Red Dead Redemption is so advanced for its time, and the PC version really lets the magic of this game shine. Another reason I enjoyed this version more than the original is the wider FOV. It just helps you see more around you and helps you feel more immersed into the world and whatever you're doing. In my case, it was hunting 500 birds and 3,000 coyotes. I forgot how addicting the gameplay loop in Red Dead Redemption really is. But I can't help it. I must do those in-game challenges, even if it means erasing the entire wildlife population of this fictional Wild West world, apparently. I didn't experience this, but if you have an ultra-wide monitor, the game apparently also supports 21:9 and 32:9 aspect ratios. Cool. After playing this PC port, I really have a new appreciation for this game in general and for how amazing it really was when it came out. It's obvious that the original release on the PlayStation 3 was really holding the game back, and its true potential is finally being unleashed now that we can play it on PC. If you played Red Dead Redemption 2 and you have not experienced the glory of the first Red Dead Redemption game yet, this is really the best way to do it. If you can afford it, do yourself a favor and get lost in the Wild West with good old John Marston. But if you don't want to spend the full price right now, I'm sure it'll go on sale soon. They always do. I am currently playing through the full game and doing a playthrough I'm calling the Truly Dastardly Cowboy. If you'd like to see what an evil-style playthrough is like in this game, check out my Twitch channel linked below. Come and hang out with me live every week. Or you can watch the full videos of that same playthrough and more, linked below, if recorded content is more your style. Otherwise, lots more videos coming soon here on Low Mana for Red Dead Redemption, and also a brand new series I'm starting up on this channel called Nostalgia or Nightmare. The first game I'll be featuring in that series is the original Fable game. See you soon.
Oh, hell! Howdy.
Howdy.
Slow up. Big money to be